Hello, everyone. Should I turn on my microphone? I don't feel like it. So, I have officially started House of Leaves. This is what this entire vlog is going to be about. It's going to be about House of Leaves and my journey through it. And let me tell you, my journey has abruptly stopped. I'm not DNFing or anything, but I'm already tired. If you know anything about House of Leaves, you know that everything in House of Leaves is a part of House of Leaves. Like, for instance, this says Mark Z. Delawinski's House of Leaves by Zampano. Zampano is a character in the book. You know, so it's like everything is a part of everything. I don't know. It's interesting. And then there's certain words that are color coded. So, like, for instance, the word house is always color coded in blue, and the word minotaur is always color coded in red. And then technically, like, the foreword is technically a part of the book, and then I'm on the introduction, and this introduction is what I'm on now. It's long as hell. I thought I was halfway through. I'm like a fifth through the introduction. I'm so tired. The fact that this introduction is basically a chapter on its own. I'm nowhere close to finishing the introduction. But I guess that's my goal for today, is just to finish the introduction. But yeah, I'm gonna read the introduction, and then I'll come back to you with some updates. See how I feel then. Okay. Bye. I have finished the introduction. Now it's starting the Navidson record. I'm officially like on page 1 technically. That gave me a headache to read. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not a little bit confused. I'm very confused. So basically the book is written, House of Leaves is written by, what's the guy's name at the beginning? Zampano. And it's edited by Johnny Trout or Trant. Not edited by, but he's written notes and things like that. Basically, it's giving he got obsessed with said book just as much as Zampano did. So basically, the introduction is talking about how one of Johnny's friends, a neighbor of his, an old guy, passed away. They went to his house and they found something. He doesn't call it a book. He doesn't call it like, he just calls it, it was from nothing to something kind of thing. He took it home and his life changed basically immediately. He stopped answering calls. He stopped like existing and living basically, and nothing was ever the same. There was this part about guns, and like all of a sudden, instead of living in an apartment, he's living in a hotel, and all of a sudden he's covered in blood, and then all of a sudden he's like, I have a gun, I should probably shoot something. Then he throws up in the closet, and then he's like, I don't understand what's going on. And it's like, and then he says that there was warnings as he was reading. There was warnings from Zampano to stop reading, and he didn't stop reading. And now, and at the end, he's telling us, the reader, you will change by reading this book. You will change. You will never be the same. You will never trust or see the world the same again. Like, all this stuff is going to happen. My head hurts. I don't know what's going on. I don't get it. I find it weird that his friend is the one who told him to, because they found Zampano dead in his house, his home, and all, you know, the coroner came, all that stuff came, they took him away, and then his friend called him at like 3 a.m., asked him to come back to the house, and they found something together. And then the friend could never get a hold of Johnny ever again. Like, basically, he stopped. Like, Johnny wouldn't answer his calls like that. But it's like, why would you invite? The friend is weird, but because I don't even know the plot of House of Leaves. I don't know if this is a mystery, a thriller, just like brain hurting book. I really don't know. But I'm officially done with the introduction. That's all I've read so far. And I'm already tired. And so now we're getting into the Navidson record. And this. And also, it's as if the book or movie or documentary, whatever it is, was published and is known. It's a known thing, I think. Because the way Johnny explained it is like, it's a book. It's a book. And it's kind of like, what's that movie called? Seven Rings? You know, the one where she comes out the well. The movie. It's kind of giving that. Like, but a book form of it. Like, not many people know about it. It's kind of like an urban legend type of thing. It's sporadic, it's crazy, it's weird. But once you get a hold of it, it's like nothing. Like, everybody, like, either like something happens to them. Like, it feels like that type of thing. And I don't want to read. I just read the first line to make sure I was correct about that part of the like synopsis in the book. I don't want to read the synopsis because I don't want to spoil myself or put ideas in my head about what's going on. So I'm gonna stop for right now because my brain hurts a little bit. But yeah, I started it. I think I need to read like Vinland Saga or something like that to clear my brain, and then I can get back into it. It's so upsetting that this book doesn't have an audiobook. I understand why. It makes perfect sense on why it doesn't, because of how this book is constructed. It's crazy and diabolical. But I can't. My eyeballs. Okay. I'll see you when I have another update. Alright, so I am in the middle of chapter 2, and I don't have many thoughts, but what I will say is that this man is very long-winded, and he's doing this thing where the character of... Right now, we're discussing... Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, we're discussing the Navid records. What is it called? That's not how you say it. The Navidson record, which is basically two, or just they're kind of like The Ring, if The Ring was real, like the video from The Ring, but it's more like found footagey, and they're talking about them, and I'm on chapter 2 where they're talking about how these records, how these videotapes started. It was just like a man vlogging himself and his family, right? But it's weird because, remember, the introduction was by Johnny Tarrant, but the House of Leaves book is by Zampano, right? But the weird thing about that is, in chapter 2, we're getting like descriptions of what the videos were before like the weird stuff started happening. So it's basically like how every Paranormal Activity starts, where it's just people recording themselves in a house type of stuff, right? But they're interjected by Johnny's like notes, but they're not interjected at the end. They're in the middle of the video, and they'll be pages long. So I just think it's a dumb choice because I'm getting confused and I'm forgetting things. For instance, right? we'll technically just be we'll be watching a scene, right, from the recording, right? I'm watching a scene, and then in the middle of the scene, in the middle of like the husband and wife talking to each other, Johnny will interject with a 1, 2, 3, 4.5 page interjection, and then the next page just starts where the video left off, and then halfway through the page he interjects again. And mind you, sometimes it's not even at the end of a sentence. So I'm forgetting what video I was watching, because I also want to read his interjections that are 5 pages long. I'm not getting the point of that. And it's very dense and it's very long. And this sounds like a dumb thing to say because I'm reading a book, but there's too many words. Like, for a mixed media book and a book where you're supposed to be looking through things and doing all this stuff, I'm not doing none of that. And I flipped through the pages, and that stuff, honestly, doesn't start to happen until like mid to later in the book. So, for a long time, it's just words on a page. And you might be like, well, yeah, duh, that's what a book is. But it's so dense, and it's bringing nothing up. It's bringing nothing up. I don't understand what's going on. It's giving DNF vibes, but I want to try a little bit more. I want to get like interested in it. I'm not interested yet. And that's the thing that's surprising me. I thought even if it was hard to read because of the things upside down and reading scripts and reading this and reading that, I thought even if it was going to be hard to read, it would still be interesting. Like, I'm locked in. So like, even though it's hard to read, I still want to read it because I'm locked in. I want to know what happens. But honestly, I can give two dams right now. So I'm gonna finish this chapter because I only have like a page and a half left. Let's see if by the end of this page and a half I get interested. But I probably won't, But let's see. Okay, it's been like 10 minutes since my last update. So I've officially read the introduction, chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. So technically I'm on page 24, but we all know the introduction was like 20 pages. So I'm around like 40-ish, 50-ish pages in. What are my thoughts? I think my thoughts are that it is very ambitious to make a book read like a paranormal activity ring type book. It's very ambitious. And I think if the editing was better, I would be more enthralled in the story. If Johnny wasn't so long-winded, if it gave me something to grasp onto early on, I would be more interested. I am on chapter 4. I'm going to put it down for a minute because I don't want my brain to break. But I do wish it was a little bit different. I don't know. And I don't know if I should read the synopsis because I don't want that to give anything away. But at the same time, maybe if I read the synopsis and it sounds more interesting, it'll make me want to continue it. I don't know. And I hate these sections by Johnny. I really do. They bring nothing to the story for me. He's a rambler. Johnny was who did the introduction, and we know the introduction was 1,000,000 pages long. Guys, I don't know. I'm gonna put it down for a second, and I'll see once I get back what I'm gonna do. Okay, I have finished House of Leaves, and by finished, I mean DNF'd. I DNF'd it 94 pages in, And that's all I'm going to do. I This is not the book for me. I am not the type of person for a convoluted, complicated, aggravates you on purpose, um, has no through line, in my opinion, type of book. And I despise half the book. I hate all of Johnny's scenes. I hate them all. And I watched Gabby's little section on it. It was no spoilers. But everything she said, I agreed with, and she gave it a 4 star, and I'm DNFing. So, like, but even I was talking to my mom because I was like, at page like 40, I was like, I don't know about this. But I said to her, even if I finish this entire book and I give it 5 stars, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. I never want to read anything like this ever in life again. And then I watched Gabby's video, and she said she gave it like a 4.5 or a 4 or something like that. And she said, I never want to read anything like this again. And I said, and I just thought to myself, this is something that would put me in a reading slump if I read it and finished it. This is something that is aggravating me, and it's so hard to read. Like, I read a lot of books via tandem reading, right? Audio and reading by eye, like together. But I do read a lot of books just the book, just physically, just reading it. And this book is so hard to read. When I mean, like, and it's not like it's complicated wording or anything like that, but just putting my eyes and just crossing them over the pages, it's so difficult. I don't know why it's so difficult, but it is. And because of that, I just cannot do it anymore. It's a very aggravating book in so many different ways, but also one of the main reasons is, why is this family still in this house? They should have left a long time ago. When I mean a long time ago, I mean a long time ago. And it's just interesting. It's a found footage type of book, which I've never read before. So that's very interesting to me. But I just don't like the way this is structured. I don't like any of it, to be honest. And it makes me a little bit sad, the same way Malice made me sad when I DNF Malice, because these are two books I thought I was going to love, and I just ended up despising them. Well, I didn't despise Malice, I just didn't really care. This one, I don't despise it either. I just wish it was different, wish I enjoyed it more. And so it's upsetting because of that. But the same reasons that I'm glad I DNF'd Mouse, the same reasons I'm glad I DNF'd this. One, it's just not my cup of tea. I'm going to give it to my mom because she has an interest in reading it. But it also takes something off my TBR, and it takes something off of my 25 to read in 2025, which means I only have one more book to read for that. But this book was just, I wish I enjoyed it more. I didn't know what the premise of it, like, I knew basics. I knew horror, I knew horror, mystery, mixed media. And I should have looked more into it because, one, all the people, like the booktuber people I enjoy watching, I enjoy them not because we have the same book taste, right? So a lot of the booktubers I enjoy watching, I don't have the same book taste as. And if I would have known that almost all of them like this book, I would not have read it, because we do not have, like, for instance, Books and Lala and Booked and Busy, that's Aaron and Kayla. We do not have the same taste when it comes to horror, fantasy, anything like that. So I don't take recommendations for them for any of those types of things. And they both really enjoyed this book. So but also it's way more convoluted than just horror, mystery, mixed media. It is way more. And I think the point of the book is to make you just as insane and going through it and losing track of time as the characters in the book are, because they're in this house, which sounds good on paper, but I don't want to feel that, and I don't want to have a hard time reading. That is not the point of me reading. Some people enjoy the hard time of reading because that's the point of the book, but I don't. I can't do it. I'm going to stop them right there. So I'm DNFing at 94 pages. I wanted to get to, because my mom said just get to 25%. And you'll know by then if you like really want to DNF it, or you get so interested that you keep on going. I literally couldn't read more words. I got to chapter 7 and I was like, oh, that's the end for me. So yeah, I'm done with that. Just in time, because my book 6 in the Lonnie Sing series just came off a hold for me. So that's good. I had something to, relieve the pressure. But honestly, I'm over it. I am very over it. I thought I was really hoping I would enjoy it, or I would be able to push through, but I can't. And hey, this is me going insane. I've seen a lot of people go insane reading this book. Well, I haven't seen it, but I've seen a lot of the thumbnails of people going insane reading this book, and I don't want to do that. That's just not my vibe of books. So, yeah. This is my short and not that thorough, I don't even have anything to spoil, video on House of Leaves. 94 pages out of over 600. So, I did it. I DNF'd. Woohoo!